July 28, 2022, Thursday, 17th week in Ordinary Time. Blessed is he whose help is the God of Jacob. First reading. This is the word of Yahweh that came to Jeremiah. Go down to the potter's house, and there you will hear what I have to say. So I went to the potter's house and found him working at the wheel. But the pot he was working on was spoiled in his hands. So he rebuked it all over again into another pot that suited his desire. Meanwhile, Yahweh sent me his word. People of Israel, can I not do with you what this potter does? Has clay in the potter's hand, so are you in my hands? Gospel Matthew 13 verse 47 to 53. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a big fish net let down into the sea, in which every kind of fish has been caught. When the net is full, it is dragged ashore. Then they sit down and gather the good fish into buckets, but throw the bad away. That is how it will be at the end of time. The angels will go out to separate the wheat from just, and to throw the weak into the blazing furnace, where they will weep and gnash their teeth. Jesus asked, Have you understood all these things? Yes, they answered. So he said to them, Therefore, every teacher of the law who becomes a disciple of the kingdom of heaven is like a householder who can produce from his store things both new and old. When Jesus had finished these parables, he left that place. Easing into God's hands, how does it feel to be clay in the hands of a potter? If the clay were to be conscious, would it feel a shattered truth? Its mind, fear, a sense of helplessness and loss of control of its life? Or would it have a sense of peacefulness, a delightful sense of self-surrender? Hopefully it is the latter, for nothing is more precious for a potter than the clay in his hands. Being professional, he knows what to do with the clay. He already has a design, image, and purpose for the final product. He is committed to working on the clay until his purpose is served. The role of the clay, if it were conscious, is to ease into the hands of the potter, totally surrendering itself to be shaped the way the latter wants it. How tranquil and delightful would our lives be if we could keep surrendering to God's will on a daily basis.